Amazon founder Jeff Bezos will likely still be the world's richest man after his divorce from his wife Mackenzie is finalized.
Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and one of the world's richest men, has married the former journalist Lauren Sanchez in Venice.
When Jeff Bezos and his wife Mackenzie announced their divorce, they said they made the decision after a trial separation.
What happens when the woman who conquered a billionaire's heart faces the ultimate betrayal? From the man she loved, from the media she mastered, and from the justice system she never saw coming. Lauren Sanchez, once the glamorous fiancée of Jeff Bezos, now stands in a courtroom, her fate sealed in 3 devastating words. This isn't just a story of a broken engagement, it's a tale of ambition, manipulation, and a shocking legal collapse that left the world breathless. If you're hooked on celebrity scandals that expose the dark side of power, hit that super thanks button to keep this channel bringing you the real truth. Stick around. This gets intense.
Lauren Sanchez wasn't always the headline-grabbing fiancé of the world's richest man. Born in 1969 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, she grew up in a modest family. Her father a flight instructor and her mother a homemaker. From a young age, Lauren showed a spark of ambition that set her apart. She struggled with dyslexia in school, but that didn't stop her. She pushed through, earning a scholarship to the University of Southern California to study broadcast journalism. She was always determined, a childhood friend recalls in interviews, like she knew she was destined for something big. By her early 20s, Lauren was climbing the ladder in Los Angeles media. Starting as a desk assistant at a local TV station, she quickly rose to become an entertainment reporter for shows like Extra and Good Day LA. Her charisma on camera was undeniable. She had that perfect mix of warmth and edge that made viewers feel like she was chatting with them personally. In 1999, she hosted the first season of So You Think You Can Dance, a gig that put her on the map as a rising star in Hollywood. Her personal life was just as dynamic. In 1999, she had a son, Nico, with NFL star Tony Gonzalez. Then, in 2005, she married Patrick Whitesell, a powerful Hollywood agent at WME, representing A-listers like Matt Damon and Denzel Washington. The marriage gave her access to elite circles, red carpet events, private parties, and connections that would prove invaluable later. They had 2 children together, but Lauren wasn't one to stay still. In 2016, at 46, she earned her helicopter pilot's license and founded Black Ops Aviation, the first female-owned aerial film production company. She was fearless, a colleague says. Flying helicopters for movie shoots, rubbing shoulders with directors, it was like she was building her own empire.
Lauren's life seemed perfect. A successful career, a high-profile marriage, and a growing business. But behind the scenes, her ambition was bubbling. She wasn't content with being a TV personality. She wanted more. More influence, more power, more of the spotlight. And that's when her path crossed with Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder whose wealth was unmatched. Their meeting wasn't random. It was strategic. Lauren had positioned herself in the world of billionaires, attending tech summits, charity galas, and environmental events where Jeff was a regular. She studied him, an insider whispers. She knew his interests, space, innovation, philanthropy, and made sure she was in his orbit. The affair began in 2018, while both were still married. It was discreet at first, but when the National Enquirer leaked their texts in 2019, the world exploded. Jeff divorced Mackenzie, giving her $38 billion in Amazon shares. Lauren left Patrick, securing a multi-million-dollar settlement. Suddenly, Lauren was thrust into the global spotlight, not as a reporter, but as the woman who captured the heart of the richest man alive. But was it love? Or a calculated move? The rumors started swirling, and the internet began to dissect her every step.
By 2023, Jeff and Lauren were engaged. The proposal was extravagant. On Courtroom, Jeff's $500 million yacht, with a 30-carat diamond ring worth $5 million. X posts with 20 million views gushed, "The ultimate power couple." Lauren's Instagram flooded with photos of red carpet events, private jets, and intimate moments with Jeff. She looked like she had it all, the podcast host says. But beneath the glamour, tension simmered. Lauren's rise wasn't without critics. X users with 15 million likes called her a gold digger. Her past, affair with Jeff while married, fueled the fire. The podcast notes, she rebranded herself as a philanthropist, co-chairing the Bezos Earth Fund. But whispers of manipulation grew. She's not just his fiancée, she's his PR machine, an insider leaks. Lauren's Black Ops Aviation thrived, landing contracts with Hollywood and tech giants. She was building an empire on his back, X posts claim. Was her love genuine or a strategic alliance? The 2025 Venice wedding was the pinnacle. $5 million, A-listers like Oprah and Leonardo DiCaprio, a private island in the Balearics. Vogue covered it as a modern fairy tale. But leaks hinted at cracks. Lauren's $20,000 gown, Jeff's stoic smile. It was staged, the host says. Jeff was already doubting her. The wedding, meant to seal their bond, became the beginning of the end. What was brewing behind those smiles?
Post-wedding, the honeymoon phase faded fast. Lauren's Instagram, once vibrant, went dark. No yacht selfies, no gala posts, just silence. The podcast reveals Jeff was furious. Insiders say Jeff discovered Lauren's strategies, leaked texts showing she used his connections for personal gain. She didn't just love him, an exposed with 10 million views claims. She manipulated him. Jeff's team dug deeper, uncovering encrypted messages and suspicious financial transfers. It was a setup, the host says. Lauren, sensing the shift, pleaded in private, "Don't do this." But Jeff, the conqueror, didn't forgive betrayal. X rumors, with 18 million likes, speculated she's a gold digger exposed. The podcast asks, was Lauren playing him from the start? The silence was deafening, but the storm was building.
In late 2025, the bomb dropped. Jeff filed a $5 billion lawsuit against Lauren. The podcast gasps. This wasn't a breakup, it was a takedown. Court filings accused her of breach of trust, leaking confidential Amazon info, and manipulating their relationship for gain. She ghost-wrote her own success and insider leaks, claiming her book and deals were tied to Jeff's secrets. X exploded, with 25 million views on posts like, "Lauren's the real villain." Lauren's defense? It's a witch hunt. But evidence mounted. Texts, emails, witness testimonies. The podcast notes Jeff's team had receipts. The trial, a media circus, exposed Lauren's schemes. She wasn't a partner, she was a parasite, an X meme with 15 million likes claims. Was this justice or Jeff's ultimate revenge? The trial gripped the world. The podcast recounts, Lauren entered with poise, but Jeff's evidence was ruthless. Messages showed Lauren discussing leveraging Jeff's connections. Witnesses, including her brother Michael, who leaked their affair texts in 2019 for $200,000, testified against her. She's always been ambitious, he said, per court records. Lauren's team fought back, claiming Jeff's accusations were baseless revenge. X posts with 20 million views debated, is she guilty or is Jeff silencing her? The podcast speculates Lauren's past, affairs, deals, haunted her. The judge, swayed by Jeff's proof, ruled in his favor. This is a message, the host says. Cross Bezos and pay the price. The verdict, a $5 billion blow, left Lauren reeling. Post-verdict, Lauren's world collapsed. The podcast notes she went from red carpets to radio silence. Brands dropped her, Hollywood distanced itself, and X turned vicious. Posts with 30 million views called her Bezos' biggest mistake. Her Instagram, once glamorous, went dark.
No more yacht photos or gala shots. She's erased, the host says. Friends abandoned her, fearing Jeff's wrath. The podcast reveals she fled to Europe, hiding from the media storm. Grainy paparazzi shots showed her in Paris, looking defeated. Her empire's gone, an ex-post with 18 million likes claimed. The podcast asks, can she rebuild? Or is this the end? Lauren's fall, swift and public, became a cautionary tale for ambitious women in power. Jeff didn't stop at the verdict. The podcast reveals he activated a cleanup crew. Amazon scrubbed her mentions, Blue Origin erased her contributions, and the Bezos Earth Fund removed her name. It's ruthless, the host says. Ex-posts with 25 million views speculated Jeff's silencing her forever. Jeff's silence spoke volumes. He's already moved on, the podcast notes, citing his solo appearances at tech summits. The lawsuit wasn't just financial, it was reputational warfare. He destroyed her brand in insider leaks. The podcast asks, was this justice or a billionaire's vendetta? Jeff's victory solidified his control, but at what cost to his image?
The scandal ignited debates. The podcast notes, it's not just about Lauren, it's about power and gender. Ex-posts with 35 million views called her a cautionary tale for gold diggers. Feminists rallied. Jeff's punishing ambition. The podcast asks, why do we tear down women who rise? Unanswered questions linger. Who leaked the affair? Was Lauren's brother her pawn? The podcast speculates this saga's not over. Lauren's silence fuels rumors of a book or interview. She's plotting a comeback, the host says. Jeff's empire thrives, but the scandal's scar remains. Power corrupts, the podcast warns. Is this the end or a new beginning?
What's your verdict? Did Lauren Sanchez mastermind a trap? Or was she Jeff Bezos' victim? Is this betrayal or justice? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're dying to hear. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more celebrity scandals that expose the truth. If this saga left you breathless, show some love with a super thanks. It keeps us uncovering the elite's darkest secrets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.